Welcome everyone back to Pommy and Alls, and we're doing the VFL wrap, which I'm excited about. I can't wait to do this. If you're new around here, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out all the other content on the channel. If you want to become a member, you can do that. Link is in the description. And you can enter the draw to win a Pommy and Alls pack, which will have a hoodie and some nice little cool merch. One of the pictures beside me as well. So we'll be doing a stream tomorrow. I'll put some posts up and we'll play a bit of FIFA and have a bit of a chat. Let's get straight into it though. Footscray, the Bulldogs reserve side. And it was a pretty good game. And from the reserves in the Doggies end, Jed Buslinger, he came out and played a very strong early, as we know. Really lived up to his billing as one of the top 10 picks. Real smooth mover. He really knows as well already when to take his opportunities. Charlie Clark was a bit of an issue. 1 goal, 1 behind. He is supreme. I can't wait to see this guy play seniors because he's really got something about him. Sam Darcy was aimable in the ruck. Bit of a target for them. Riley Rest was all right. Buku Kamis, though, was a pain in the arse in the fourth quarter. It was just about everywhere, and particularly down back. Just taking intercept marks and just being a real handful. Mitch Hannon, bit of experience there. Luke Cleary, Cody Rack, Ryan Gardner, and Caleb Poulter, we've got to talk about. Former Pie Boy. He was supreme and definitely worth keeping an eye out if you're looking for that. I'm a big fan of Caleb Poulter, but Carlton then, it started off okay for us. They were under the cosh early, really. Real control the ball around the centre contests and a bit of Carlton indecision. There was a lot of frees against, whether that's umpiring. Few of them were for dissent, fewer just poor efforts really from the boys, but they were really strong, the Footscray, and they really took charge. Carlton started to play in the third quarter and ran them close in the fourth, but loose errors. They were erroneous all day, which was a real problem when you were watching that game. There was some real haphazard, sloppy passes as you play from the boys, and they'll be disappointed definitely going into this game, I think, when they rewatch the replay of just how it could have been if they'd acquitted themselves. There's a few times it's happened in the VFL this year, where they haven't come out of the blocks. They kind of been very lackadaisical. And this was another one of them cases where they left themselves too much to do. And there was opportunities in the fourth to win this game when the game was on the line. But the last 5 minutes, it was just poor decision-making. And at times, it was sometimes the VFL boys that really let themselves down in this one. But let's get into the players. Paddy Dow, much talked about in the pre-game to the seniors. Hansen came out and made a statement about he's a role player and that he's got to bide his time. They'll look at his role moving forward, which I think is really interesting. Because I watched this game and you can see for him to play, they're going to have to drop Cripps, Chera, Hewitt or Walsh, one of them. He's definitely that, but foot skills were terrible this week. As for them playing him in the forward craft, it's going to be interesting, but his running on transition was really, really poor this week. It was really, really poor. He got involved early, but when the game was on the line, you really saw there was some lackadaisical efforts, and I gave him a 6. 14 kicks, 11 handballs, 5 tackles, 3 marks, 9 clearances, no goals behind, 2 inside 50s, rebound 50s. And there was some shimmies and moments where he shimmied and got himself in, but it's that kicking and that delivery. And when you see Doc in the seniors playing a very similar role of being a bit more direct, you understand it. He kind of runs out of legs as well, I noticed in this game. In the fourth, he was kind of anonymous. And that's probably the third time. And I think when you look at this through the cold, hard lens of AFL to VFL, you can see why they persist. Even though Hewitt was out of form, you can see why they persisted with him, because you're comparing a Tesla with a 1972 Lada. Do you know what I mean? At times. And that's harsh on him, but it's going to be interesting if they do the role, because He has his moments forward-wise in stoppages. Can he build that in? Is that going to be something? Because I think for long-term, for Jack Carroll's sake, makes sense that Jack Carroll takes on the midfield brunt, in my opinion, for his development. Lockie O'Brien, 9 out of 10. This was a very good game from him. 17 kicks, 5 handballs, no tackles. Concern, but he kept his width well. 6 marks, worked hard defensively. 1 clearance, 2 goals, 6 inside 50s, 4 rebound 50s, 9 out of 10. It was great to see from Lockie. He worked really hard down that channel. Took his goals well. Looked to use the ball well. In the fourth, I would have liked more from him, but worked really hard on defensive transition as well. Always offered something for his defenders. Fairly solid from him. TDK, I think he had a concussion test. He went off. Was unsighted in the fourth because of that. Took his goal well, though. That was just midway through. That was in the second. But after that, he took a knock and we didn't really see him. So it's kind of harsh to judge him. Didn't play the full game. But what we did see, I gave him a 4. It was really poor. It was really poor, particularly in the ruck. He was woeful. And going up against ruckman, you know, of Sam Darcy, they had Josh Patullo there as well. These aren't really big branded names. And I expected him to dominate, and he didn't. And I think he needs a few weeks in the VFL to really find some form, because that's what was annoying me in the seniors. 4 kicks, 3 handballs, 1 tackle, 2 marks, 2 clearances, goal behind, 2 inside 50s, 13 hit-outs. Need a bit more from old TDK. Lockie Plowman, 11 kicks, 11 handballs, no tackles, 6 marks, 2 inside 50s, 4 rebound 50s, 4 goals. Was just turning it over at will in the fourth and had some nice moments in the third defensively, but got caught out way too often in the first half. Sexy stats up a little bit with the kick-ins, but this was a Lockie Plowman game that you kind of see in the seniors, just with more ball. It's a bit of a concern because at times it looked like Domaku was more of the senior defender, really was reluctant to take the game on. I thought Plowman at times. Harry Lemmy, 8 kicks, 2 handballs, 7 marks, 3 behinds, 4 inside 50s, no goals, 5 rating. Could have been so better. He had a great set shot opportunity, which you usually expect him to nail. He didn't. Exuberance of youth, though, isn't it, really? But there's a lot to work with there. His leading lanes are incredible. Real strong leader to the football. Good one-on-one work as well. Needs to take his opportunities, but, I mean, that'll come because the routine and everything is schmick. So it's just getting the results from Harry, but good little start from him. I've liked his games thus far. Jackson Binns, my boy, Binsy. Binsy team represent 28 touches, 18 kicks, 10 handballs, 4 tackles, 6 marks, 1 clearance, 1 goal. No behinds, 1 inside 50, 6 rebound 50s, 8 out of 10. And they've really got him working this week on that defensive role, which we talked about pre-season. And you know what? Credit to him. This kid is working harder than anyone else in terms of development craft. Absolutely splendid to see. Big, big fan of what I am seeing. Jordan Boyd up next. 12 kicks, 7 handballs, 3 tackles, 4 marks, 5 rebound 50. 6 out of 10. It was solid from him. Could have been better. Good kicking, though. You really saw the kicking really take hold. Good defensively. Good ground ball gets. Real fight. It wasn't his best game. He played a lot more game time this time than last week, but just still working into it. So watch this space for me with him. Hudson O'Keefe, I was disappointed with his. There was a real opportunity here. 4 kicks, 3 tackles, 1 mark, 1 clearance, 4 hit-outs. Again, still working into it with game time and stuff, but really needs to start showing me something. He started really well, and he's kind of just, it's just gradiated at the moment. I don't even know if that's a word. That's probably how lost I am for words. I like Hudson, though. There's something to work with because he moves around the ground smoothly. It's getting involved for him. Big Dom, DA, 4 kicks, 3 handballs, 4 tackles, 3 marks. Just the 3 rebound 50s. A 5 out of 10. Probably harsh on him because probably defensively he was a 7 out of 10. He's really starting to build. Do you know what I mean? He's really starting to build and get get involved and get amongst it, taking them leaps, getting competitive one-on-one. I want to see him get more ball, though, and really take this game by the scruff of the neck. And I think that's in him. So that's something to wait and see from Dom. Alex Murkoff, without a shadow of a doubt, the best game I've seen this bloke play. 4 kicks, 9 handballs, 3 tackles, 3 marks. He was everywhere. Work rate was impressive. 3 clearances, 2 inside 50s, 3 rebounds, 40 hit outs. I'd say 29 of them were to advantage as well by the eye. 8 out of 10 was splendid. It's great to see him gain a bit of confidence. He really bullied the opposition ruckman. So moving forward, this is something that I'm really excited about seeing and how it moves and how it works moving forward, because it's a real baseline game for him to really catapult to other things. But Murkoff continues to always catch the eye for me. Matty Cottrell playing across high half forward for the majority of the game. Took his goal well, then moved back to his usual place on the wing. You'd be worried if you were playing in the seniors when this guy gets his full fitness. Definitely going to be in the senior side. 15 kicks, 3 handballs, 4 tackles, 9 marks. He was everywhere when he played on the wing. And as a conduit, high half forward, 4 clearances, 1 goal, 3 inside 50s, 4 rebound 50s, 8 out of 10. It was a splendid game from Matt. And you know what? Good return. Good return. I can't wait. And we finished with a special one because we know I'm a sucker for draftees. Harley Reid made his debut for Quenton VFL. The pick 1 in the draft this year. Fuck me, this kid can play. There is some great signs from this kid. 10 kicks, 3 handballs, 3 tackles, 3 marks, 2 clearances, 5 inside 50s, 2 rebound 50s, 7 out of 10. Playing across the high half forward line. Pinch hitting in the midfield. This kid's footy IQ is like you've not believe. I am in love with Harley Reid. I am a huge fan. Chances of getting him 0.1%. But let's just dream. And long may it continue. I really enjoyed his development here. There's something about old Harley. There's something about him. The way he moves, how he looks to find space, how he moves his body, how he gets in and under. His knowledge of his sides is really impressive as well. It's going to be really entertaining to see this kid throughout the year. I'm really looking forward to it. But you know what? He's got something about him. He's not scared as well. Gives it as well. This kid here is without a shadow of a doubt pick 1. And I can't wait to see more of him throughout the year. That is the VFL wrap. Let me know that's what's coming through the system at the moment. Big shout out to all you Pommy and Ozzers as well. Your support has been great. I'll see you Monday. Look after yourself. Peace.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad.